A customer just paid $7,200 for a complete engine replacement on his 2014 Forester. The engine had 118,000 miles and was running perfectly fine 6 months ago. No warning signs, no check engine light, just suddenly catastrophic failure. When I tore down the old engine, I found the culprit immediately. A $15 part had failed and destroyed everything around it. The owner had no idea this part even existed, let alone that it needed replacement. If he'd spent $15.15 6 months ago, his engine would still be running today. This happens every single week in my shop. Different customers, different Subaru models, but always the same $15 part causing thousands in damage. Today, I'm exposing the cheapest part in your Subaru that causes the most expensive failures. I'll show you exactly where it is, how to check it, and how to replace it before it destroys your engine. This isn't complicated, this isn't expensive. This is literally the easiest preventive maintenance you'll ever do. Keep watching, because this $15 part and 15 minutes of your time could save you $7,000 in engine repairs. Let's get into it. The $15 part that destroys engines, the PCV valve. The part I'm talking about is the PCV valve. PCV stands for positive crankcase ventilation. This tiny valve costs $12 to $18 depending on your Subaru model, and when it fails, it creates a chain reaction that destroys your engine. Here's what the PCV valve does. Your engine's pistons push air and fuel into the crankcase during combustion. This creates pressure that needs to escape. The PCV valve vents this pressure back into the intake manifold. There, it gets burned again in the combustion process. This prevents pressure buildup and recycles unburned fuel. When the PCV valve works correctly, everything is fine. But when it fails, disaster begins immediately. The valve gets clogged with carbon, oil sludge, and combustion deposits. It stops flowing air properly or gets stuck completely closed. Now pressure builds up inside your engine with nowhere to go. This pressure seeks the path of least resistance, which is your engine seals. What happens next is a cascade of expensive failures. Oil gets forced past the rear main seal, $900 to $1,500 repair. Oil floods into the intake manifold, $400 to $700 cleaning. Turbo inlet gets contaminated with oil, $2,000 to $3,500 turbo damage on turbo models. Piston rings get stuck from oil deposits, $3,000 to $5,000 engine work. Oil consumption increases dramatically, starving the engine. Eventually, complete bearing failure requiring full engine replacement. All of this from a $15 valve that takes 15 minutes to replace. Why this part fails so often? PCV valves didn't used to fail this frequently, but modern engines have created conditions that accelerate failure. Extended oil change intervals. Subaru recommends 6,000 to 7,500 mile oil changes. Many owners stretch this to 10,000 miles or more. Dirty oil is full of contaminants that clog the PCV valve rapidly. Direct injection engines run dirtier. Fuel doesn't wash the intake valves like port injection did. More carbon and oil vapor circulate through the PCV system. This clogs valves faster than ever before. Short trip driving patterns. Engines that never fully warm up produce more moisture and fuel contamination. This creates sludge that blocks PCV valves. Turbocharged engines create more pressure. Forced induction increases crankcase pressure significantly. The PCV valve works harder and wears out faster. Smaller, more efficient valve design. Modern PCV valves are smaller to save space and weight. Less margin for error before clogging occurs. Lack of preventive replacement. Most owners never replace PCV valves until failure. The valve should be replaced every 60,000 miles preventively. These factors combine to create PCV failures at 60,000 to 100,000 miles, much sooner than older designs that lasted 150,000 plus miles. How to check your PCV valve right now. Don't wait for failure. Check your PCV valve today. This inspection takes 5 minutes and requires no tools. Step 1. Locate your PCV valve. Open the hood and look at the valve cover. The PCV valve is a small cylindrical component sticking out of the cover. It's usually on top or on the passenger side, connected to a hose that runs to the intake manifold. Your owner's manual or a quick Google search shows the exact location for your model. Step 2. Remove the valve. Most PCV valves twist and pull straight out. Some have a clip that needs to be pressed before removal. Gently wiggle and pull until it comes free. Don't force it. These can be brittle when old. Step 3. Shake the valve vigorously. Hold it close to your ear and shake it hard. You should hear a distinct rattling sound inside. This is a small check valve moving back and forth. If you hear a clear rattle, the valve might still be functional. If it's silent or makes a dull thud, it's stuck and failed. Step 4. Blow through the valve. With your mouth on one end, try to blow air through. You should feel some resistance, but air should flow. If no air flows, the valve is completely clogged. If air flows too easily with no resistance, the valve is stuck open. Both conditions indicate failure. Step 5. Inspect the valve visually. Look for cracks, damage, or heavy carbon buildup. The valve should be relatively clean inside. If you see thick black deposits, it's on its way to failure. Step 6. Check the hose connected to the valve. Squeeze the hose. It should be firm and flexible. Cracks, hardness, or collapsed sections mean the hose also needs replacement. Failed hoses cause the same problems as failed valves. If any of these tests fail, replace the valve immediately. Even if tests pass, replace the valve if it's over 60,000 miles old. The models most at risk. While all Subarus can suffer PCV valve failure, certain models are extremely vulnerable. High-risk models that need immediate attention. 2011 to 2018. Forester, all engines. These have notoriously problematic PCV systems. Failures commonly occur between 80,000 to 120,000 miles. Oil consumption issues often trace back to PCV failure. 2013 to 2020 Outback, all engines. Same engine family as Forester, same problems. The 2.5-liter engines are especially prone to PCV issues. Extended warranty exists specifically for oil consumption. 2015 to 2021 WRX 2.0-liter turbo. Turbocharged engines put extra stress on PCV systems. Failures lead to expensive turbo contamination. I've seen turbos destroyed from PCV oil flooding. 2012 to 2016 Impreza 2.0-liter. FB20 engine has weak PCV valve design. Symptoms usually appear around 70,000 to 90,000 miles. Medium risk models. 2010 to 2014 Legacy 2.5-liter and 3.6-liter. Less common but still affected. Usually develops problems after 100,000 miles. The 3.6-liter engine is more reliable but not immune. 2014 to 2019. Forester XT 2.0-liter turbo. Turbocharged models always at higher risk. Watch for oil in the intercooler, a telltale sign. 2008 to 2014 STI 2.5-liter turbo. High-performance engines stress PCV systems heavily. Enthusiasts who modify engines increase risk further. Even if your model isn't listed, check your PCV valve. Every Subaru needs this maintenance, some just need it more urgently. How to replace the PCV valve. Replacing the PCV valve is one of the easiest maintenance tasks you'll ever do. No special tools, no mechanical experience required. What you'll need: new OEM PCV valve for your specific model, $12 to $18. Never use aftermarket valves. They have incorrect flow rates. New PCV hoses if yours show any wear, $15 to $30. Shop towel or rag, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Step-by-step replacement procedure. Let the engine cool completely. Working on hot engines is uncomfortable and unnecessary. Locate the PCV valve on the valve cover. You already know where it is from your inspection. Disconnect the hose from the valve. Some hoses have clips, others just pull off. Be gentle. Old hoses can be brittle. Remove the old PCV valve. Twist counterclockwise and pull straight up on most models. Some have a retaining clip that needs to be squeezed. If it's stuck, gently wiggle while pulling. Inspect the valve cover opening. Look inside the hole where the valve sits. Clean away any carbon buildup or debris you see. A cotton swab works well for this. Install the new valve. Push it straight down into the opening. You should feel or hear it click into place. Some require a quarter turn to lock. Reconnect the hose. Push it firmly onto the new valve until seated. Make sure any clips engage properly. Test for proper seating. Gently try to pull the valve out. It shouldn't move if installed correctly. Start the engine and check for leaks. Listen for any hissing sounds indicating air leaks. The engine should idle smoothly. That's it. You're done. Total time, 10 to 15 minutes. Total cost, $12 to $30. Money saved by not having engine failure, $6,000 to $8,000. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Additional PCV system maintenance. While you're replacing the PCV valve, service the rest of the system. This ensures complete protection and maximizes the benefit. Replace all PCV hoses. These rubber lines deteriorate just like the valve. Cracks and leaks cause the same problems as a failed valve. New hoses cost $20 to $40 for a complete set. Takes an extra 15 minutes to replace them all. Clean the throttle body. Remove it and spray with throttle body cleaner. PCV problems often cause carbon buildup here. A clean throttle body improves idle quality and throttle response. Check the oil separator if equipped. Many 2010 plus Subarus have an oil separator in the PCV system. Remove and inspect for clogs. Clean thoroughly or replace if clogged. Cost $40 to $80 if replacement is needed. Inspect intake manifold for oil contamination. If you see oil in the intake, the PCV has been failing for a while. Consider removing and cleaning the manifold. This prevents oil from continuing to contaminate the system. Change your engine oil. Fresh oil after PCV service ensures a clean start. Old oil might be contaminated from the PCV problem. Use quality synthetic oil in the correct viscosity. Total cost for complete PCV system service, $100 to $200 in parts. Total time, 2 to 3 hours for thorough service. This comprehensive approach prevents any PCV-related problems for the next 60,000 miles. Real stories of $15 parts causing $7,000 plus damage. Let me share actual cases from my shop in just the last 6 months. Case 1. 2016 Outback, 94,000 miles. Owner noticed increasing oil consumption over 6 months. Went from no consumption to 1 quart every 2,000 miles. Ignored it thinking, Subarus burn oil sometimes. At 1 quart per 1,000 miles, the engine seized from oil starvation. Complete engine replacement, $7,200. Cause: failed PCV valve created pressure that forced oil into combustion chambers. A $15 valve replacement would have prevented everything. Case 2. 2018 WRX, 67,000 miles. Owner heard turbo whistling that got progressively louder. Thought it was just turbo noises. Turbo failed catastrophically, sending metal through the engine. Turbo replacement, $3,800. Engine cleaning and inspection, $1,200. Total, $5,000. Cause: clogged PCV valve allowed oil to flood the turbo inlet. Oil-starved turbo bearings failed and grenaded. Case 3. 2013 Forester, 112,000 miles. Rough idle that slowly worsened over a year. Check engine lights for misfires that came and went. Owner kept clearing codes hoping it would go away. Eventually, misfires became constant and engine wouldn't run. Diagnosis revealed stuck piston rings from oil contamination. Engine rebuild, $4,800. Cause: failed PCV valve allowed excessive oil into cylinders. Carbon buildup stuck the rings, destroying compression. Case 4, 2015. Impreza, 88,000 mile. Oil leak from rear of engine that started small. Owner added oil every few weeks and ignored the leak. Leak worsened until oil consumption was 1 quart per week. Rear main seal replacement, $1,400. Plus catch-up maintenance on neglected PCV system, $600. Total, $2,000. Cause: excessive crankcase pressure from failed PCV valve. Pressure blew out the rear main seal. Every single one of these owners wishes they'd known about the $15 part. Every single failure was 100% preventable. Creating your PCV maintenance schedule. Don't wait for failure. Create a preventive schedule. First replacement, 60,000 miles or 6 years, whichever comes first. Even if the valve seems fine, replace it preventively. Subsequent replacement, every 60,000 miles. Set a reminder on your phone or calendar. Make it automatic, not conditional. More frequent if you have risk factor. Turbocharged engine, every 50,000 miles. Mostly short trips, under 10 miles. Every 50,000 miles. Extended oil change intervals, over 5,000 miles. Every 50,000 miles. High mileage engine, over 150,000 miles. Every 40,000 miles. Inspection between replacements. Check the valve every 20,000 to 30,000 miles. Shake test and visual inspection. This catches problems before they cause damage. Keep records. Document every PCV valve replacement. Date, mileage, and parts used. This proves maintenance if warranty issues arise. Also helps with resale value. The cost of this schedule over 200,000 miles. 3 valve replacements at $15 each, $45. Maybe 45 minutes total of your time. Insurance against $7,000 engine failure. Priceless. What dealers and shops won't tell you. Here's why you've never heard about this from your dealer. PCV valve replacement generates almost no revenue. $15 part plus 15 minutes of labor. Dealers can't make money on this service. They'd rather wait for expensive failures. Engine replacements are extremely profitable. $7,000 to $9,000 in revenue per engine. Parts markup and labor rates mean huge profits. A $15 preventive service eliminates this revenue. Service advisors aren't trained to recommend it. Their incentive structure rewards expensive repairs, not cheap prevention. Suggesting $15 in maintenance doesn't earn commission. Suggesting $7,000 in engine work does. Manufacturers benefit from component sales. Subaru makes money selling replacement engines. They have no financial incentive to prevent failures. Extended warranties cover some failures. This shifts costs to insurance companies. Subaru gets paid either way. I'm telling you this because I'm tired of seeing preventable failures. Tired of customers crying over $7,000 repair bills. Tired of watching good engines get destroyed by a $15 part. You deserve to know the truth. Your Subaru's engine can easily reach 250,000 to 300,000 miles, but only if you maintain the critical components. The PCV valve is the cheapest, easiest, most important maintenance you'll ever do. $15 in 15 minutes today prevents $7,000 in repairs tomorrow. Check your valve this weekend, replace it if needed, and sleep soundly, knowing your engine is protected. Don't become another statistic, another owner who learned about this $15 part too late. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.